Today we will explain impression management and the earning restatement, and then we will talk about why managers engage in earnings restatement. We will introduce our company Maxwell Technologies, and then we will explain with evidence about how impression management techniques be used in the earnings restatement. Finally, we will give the conclusion.
Impression management is the goal-direct attempt to influence other people's perception about a person or the group. Professionals in business will attempt to influence the observation and opinion that consumers have of their product. The most common kind in business is the presentation of merchandise, like advertising. For example, if I sell cake, I will focus on their delicious taste and ingredient. I will definitely not focus on how cakes can make people be fat. Above all, they want this impression to boost their company's revenue figures.
Let's move on to the earnings restatement. It also called an earnings recast, is the act of disclosing amended financial statement. Previously reported earnings figures that have been revised incorporate new information or calculation method. Comprehensive, accurate, and reliable financial reporting is the bedrock upon which our markets are based. Some earnings restatements provide positive information content. It can be correction in financial statements, but they can also help investors get a comparative sense of how a company is performing.
About why managers engage in earning restatement, I think the reason is bonus depends on it. Ever since performance-based bonus were made tax deductible in 1993, an increasingly large proportion of executive compensation has been tied to hitting certain performance targets. Occasionally, executives will see their bonus get cut if they miss targets for metrics like revenue and EPS growth, so there's an incentive in place for them to do whatever it takes to meet that target. And sometimes the risk of executives who miss earnings targets can be even greater than just losing money from their bonuses.
Yeah, I think another reason maybe managers want to lower the bar. It makes more sense when you remember that it's more important to the executives whether or not they hit their targets rather than by how much. Therefore, if an executive is on track to beat their target by a wide margin, they might actually want to decrease their earnings, thereby setting up an easy cope of the following year. Executives can decrease earnings by inflating reserves. Then if the company is struggling to hit their target in a later period, the executive can always decrease those reserves back down and book the decrease as positive income.
Besides those, so another reason is that everyone else is doing it, since measures of executive performance are so often based on comparisons to a company's peer groups. It creates a sort of competition of financial manipulation. As one company in an industry starts manipulating their numbers, everyone else will follow suit, otherwise they'll get left behind.
Actually, I think executives face very little accountability. Executives rarely face much blowback when they misstate earnings, either from the regulators or the investing public. On the regulatory side, enforcement is so weak that they rarely even have to give back to the bonus they earned from the false earnings. Executives get paid massive bonus for the hitting various targets, and when it's revealed they didn't actually hit those targets, they get to keep the bonus anyway. So much for being aligned with the shareholders' interests.
Next, I will introduce our company, Maxwell Technologies. For over 50 years, Maxwell Technologies' world-class research and product development teams have established Maxwell Technologies as a global leader in developing, manufacturing, and marketing energy storage and power delivery solutions. On March 7th, Maxwell Technologies announced problem with its revenue accounting, and then on August 1st, Maxwell filed its restated annual reports for 2012. We will use impression management techniques to prove it.
Now I will introduce Acclaiming. Maxwell Technologies is the global leader in ultra-capacitors, products, and technology. The primary objective of Maxwell Technology is to significantly increase the company's revenue and profit margins by creating and satisfying demand for ultra-capacitors based in energy storage and power delivery solution. Maxwell Technologies is establishing and expanding market opportunities for ultra-capacitors by attending the Energy Storage Global Conference in 2018. In the conference, Maxwell Technologies presenting ultra-capacitors stabilizing our electricity system, which provides the opportunities to show the best side of the product, and when the ultra-capacitors are used, how good is it to solve a series of problems. In addition, Maxwell Technologies have opportunity to show the latest developments in ultra-capacitors technology. Maxwell Technologies, through this kind of conference, increase the brand awareness for the company, which could attract customers to increase the sales.
I will point out two enhancements during this annual report. Enhancements include tactics to gain one liking, such as flatteries, tactics to induce positive modes and reactions in others. According to Maxwell Technologies' annual report, it said that while these products have highly specialized application, we are a technology leader in markets they serve. Thus, Maxwells are able to sell their products at attractive profit margins. Moreover, we have made substantial capital investment to outfit and expand our internal production facilities and processes. We believe that we will have sufficient capacity to meet near-term demand for all of our product lines, which means that Maxwell Technologies wanted to give consumers the impression of their high competence and high productivity. By using enhancement, consumers will be more willing to choose Maxwell Technologies products and services, and Maxwell's revenue and customers' loyalty will increase.
In terms of entitlement, it is a tactic that involves taking credit for a positive outcome or event, even if credit is undeserved. In Maxwell, it published a forward-looking statement to reflect the current view and belief for their management. For instance, it says, "We have ability to match production volume to actual customer demand, and we have ability to obtain sufficient capital to meet our operation or other needs." Although the actual result might be different from the statement because of variable risk and uncertainty, the announcement can make customers be confident when they are purchasing their product.
I will introduce the positive and the negative words. And the positive and the negative words as a narrative impression management technique play an important role in restated financial report. And the aim of this technique is to relieve the public pressure and set an active impression to the public that the company is willing and trying to solve the problem. Here are some examples in Maxwell technology companies' restated report. To address its responsibilities, the company uses the management is committed to solve this problem, and to address the consequences, the manager said they improve procedures to ensure that the problem will never happen again. And about the excuses, and they said they did not maintain effective control. And about the justifications, they said there is a reasonable possibility that everyone will make mistakes.
The following tables and the subsequent sections discuss the effect of the restatement on quarterly revenue, gross profit income from operations, net income and dilute net income per share for the 9 months ended September 30, 2012, each of the first 3 quarters in the fiscal year ended December 31st, 2012, and each of the 4 quarters in the fiscal year ended December 31st, 2011. These large on this large revenue restatement by observing that Maxwell accounts receivable had been growing much more quickly than they should have in order to keep up with the accompanying sluggish sales growth at the time. To conclude, it is found that there was a number of quarter-end revenue cut-off errors wherein revenue was recorded prior to the transfer of title to the customer and the satisfaction of our obligation to deliver the products. Maxwell Technology then have corrected these errors occurring in the first quarter of the 2011 through the third quarter of 2012 by moving the revenue recognition for these items to the period in which delivery actually occurred. In the previous financial statement, some returns for warranty costs were charged to the overhead rather than decreasing revenue as accounting rules say they should. This type of the misreporting, like revenue growth, look faster than in reality it should, but does not increase earnings.
This is our reference list. Thanks for watching.